Welcome to Superstar, a place where you will travel your own road to NFL stardom. Craft your own career, one that could lead to awards, Super Bowl glory, and even a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But legendary careers must start somewhere, and this is your blank canvas, the humble beginning of an unforgettable journey. Before you take your first snaps, let's see what type of player you're going to be. It starts as one dream, shared across thousands of backyards and practice fields. A dream many will have, but few will realize. It requires sacrifice and perseverance, the will to push your body and your mind to its limits, only to set new ones. There will be obstacles, and alongside them, challenges. All are a test of your resolve to see if you truly have what it takes. Every week is another step on the road to stardom, and no two are the same. You will be defined by every game and each pressure-filled moment on the field, and by the relationships you forge and the decisions you make off of it. Today is where your dream becomes a reality. Today, your legacy begins. On the road to the NFL Draft, the Scouting Combine is the biggest checkpoint. No other event has its power to elevate or sink a prospect. Everything comes down to how they test.
From its annual home of Indianapolis, Indiana, it is time for the 2025 NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Kate Scott, so happy to welcome you here for another year alongside someone who went through this event himself as a player. It was a few years ago, but he still remembers it, Mr. Brock Hewitt. And Brock, it is just about time for one of the most important events in the pre-draft process, as these players try to convince all 32 NFL teams that they should be their first-round pick.
And let me just tell you, these guys have prepared as much for today as they did for the most important games of their college careers. We've got our eyes on a lot of the biggest names here, but there's one of my fellow signal callers in particular we're all very excited to see test.
That, of course, this electrifying athlete at the quarterback position. And he's up next at the Combine's most popular event. It's time for the 40-yard dash. He's getting ready, down into his stance, and here we go.
That time missed the mark. He said he wanted to run better than that, but that run was much closer to average than exceptional.
Next up, the all-important test of strength for a future NFLer. It's chest day, baby. Turn on the bench press.
Somebody's a regular in that weight room. As those reps went up, eyes got wider. And this is a total that will grab some attention.
Well, every football fan knows this. Explosiveness and agility are so important at every position. And now we're going to see how much he has of both here in the broad jump.
Man, what a great jump right there. Imagine what that explosiveness and agility can do for whoever drafts him.
All right, it is time for the fastest event of the Combine. It's a showcase of how well you can change direction. It's the 20-yard shuttle.
That is such an excellent mark right there, and there's no doubt that he's got the quickness and the change of direction to thrive on an NFL field.
All right, partner, the traditional drills are done. Now the all-important moment where he can make the throws they're going to need him to on Sundays.
That's called ending your combine strong. He got out there with plenty of confidence, and he backed it up with a very good showing, as every scout in the building was watching him.
That wraps up the 2025 NFL Scouting Combine. There were a lot of great performances and impressive numbers, Brock, as the best of the class took center stage.
When that cell phone rings, time stops. It's the single second that years upon years of work have been leading toward, and the conversation that follows ends one chapter of a football life while beginning another.
And after the brief pause, welcome back to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll pick up the action back in the second quarter. About set for the second quarter, Seahawks football here. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Looking to throw right away. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
In the hands of his running back, Walker. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now. They need 7.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And they'll fly ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
You know, Kay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
19 charge.
On 3rd down, Walker. This gets the 1st and more. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Walker. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll run with Charbonnet. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks take a 13-point lead. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharpier in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Offense eager to get back on the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again.
On the ready. Set ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the 1st, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. And now the Raiders call for the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. so in not too long, Brock, we'd be headed for overtime. But as we all know here in the preseason, we're going to leave with a tie. A couple of teams and expanded rosters giving it their all in an entertaining contest ahead of our regular season.
The dream of reaching the NFL has been realized. But within this opening chapter, there is a message for every rookie. In the NFL, nothing is given. Everything must be earned.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Go! Steady!
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And his passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. And, Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know that they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more...
Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquil.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only 1 play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty...
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set! Cowboy 80! Take go!
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield by Cup. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready! Cougar Knights, ready!
They'll look to throw again. That one swung out wide to Walker. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw.
Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll pick up the action back in the 2nd quarter. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have 1st and 10. The pass ball is incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Set! Let's go!
They give up the gut to Walker. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. At goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. On the line for another 1st and 10. Now Walker. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
70 Lions.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days.
Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
Come on. Set. Viking 18.
Rolling from the gun here. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Let's go.
Working now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away, and that's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. He dodged the tackle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A gain of 26 yards there. And that gives the Seahawks the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
And this is near the first down, but they need one more yard now to get it. Third down at the 29.
A gain of 12 brings up third and less than a yard.
Walker now from the gun. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
He's dropped underneath. Walker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Mike McDonald with his eyes glued to this field. His offense lining up for 2.
Let's go. The Seahawks will line up for the
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
This franchise considers him a key part of its future. In its present, though, he is going to have to earn his playing time and faces an uphill battle to unseat the current starter.
first play from the 25, and they'll throw. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Back to throw. Forced out wide. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page.
Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out, Greg, by their quarterback, a first-round pick in the April draft.
I know it's just a preseason game, Mike, but these game reps, they're invaluable for a young quarterback. I think anytime you have a chance to go out there and play with the first-team offense, execute in a real NFL game, it's going to pay huge dividends once the regular season comes along.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 6.
Let's go.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try and run it with Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
So after giving up a touchdown to start the game, you'd hate to then turn around on your opening drive and give the ball back after a 3-and-out. So that's a nice hard run there. Nothing fancy, but just maintain possession and